Hi everybody, it's me, Vicky. I'm having some trouble signing in my chat for some reason. Anyway, I'm going to do some free reads, but if I don't have the ability to access my chat, it's going to make it a little difficult for me. So I do apologize. I'm just trying to figure out how to get into my chat. It won't let me log in, and I'm just trying to do this some reason. Let me see. Because I can't see your questions in order to do your free reads. I don't know if Google is playing a little sick joke on me or what. However, I am really excited to be here. I have my computers fixed. I've got cameras. I've got ability to show you the cards. So maybe I'm going to start with a collective while I'm trying to figure out how to log into this. So maybe that's how we're going to get started. All right, I know Tej and Cherry was trying, for some reason, I set it up originally on my laptop and it wouldn't let me continue with the stream for some reason, so oh well. Anyway, welcome to my channel. For those who are new here, please click subscribe. I do free readings, but you have to be a subscriber in order to receive one. I also do the signs for each week as well. That would be all the different sun signs, but they could also be your moon, rising, and Venus. Mars as well, because that's good too. I have been coaching twin flames and different types of relationship dynamics for probably about 18 years, and I welcome you to come and join me today. These are absolutely free reads, and I'm not going to make you pay for what we say here online. Now, if you wish to have a little bit more personalized reading, you can surely get one. I also have meditations and hypnosis for certain types of clearings or certain types of situations that would happen. And so, welcome and thank you. All right. So I'm just going to see if I can open that up yet. Nope, won't let me in there. And all I want to do is access it so I can see what's going on here, because it won't let me get into my chat for some reason, for whatever reason. I did have a download for different chats, so I might go and do that again. All right, let's see what's going on here. And I hope you can see these cards okay. Collective. All right, I'm also going to do a little clarification. So collective, self. I'm seeing here that you have the sun upside down. It looks like you're a little disappointed. All right. I'm also seeing it has a lot to do with someone subconsciously that you're working out their energies. All right. So obviously you're a little disappointed in someone. Maybe they are projecting. Maybe there is something that you have been subconsciously reacting to. All right. So maybe it is somebody who is reminding you of a childhood, a past, or something from the past, and this is something that is called mirror switching, and so it is something that happens when our neurons are matched up to something subconsciously, and we're looking for somebody to help us work out that message that we need to resolve. Now, so the situation is telling me that there's something hidden deep into the subconscious. Maybe it's a little you may have some denial about it, and it has a lot to do with a karmic link. And this karmic link is a past life situation. All right, collective. So here you are. You have your person. Obviously, there is a karmic past life repeating in this lifetime through this person. Doesn't mean the person is karmic. It means that there is something that you need to resolve from a past life. Now, the challenge I am showing here is the star upside down. And the star represents, your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, and basically what you're working on or healing because you're trying to manifest. And so if it's upside down, there is a lot of resistance, and the resistance has a lot to do with something that has been closed off to you. All right, there's a boundary here. And so your challenge is to, even though you're being maybe blocked by this person, maybe this person is being cold or detached or a boundary of some sort, your challenge here is to overcome your hopelessness, your inability to see this to actually maybe still can come through. So your person is this one, the hangman, and your person is in your life to help you balance your yin and yang. They're here to be your teacher. They're there to be your healer. They are here to help you. This is really a positive situation that has taken place regarding this person. I'm still seeing if I could try to find a way to get in here. Oh, nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. Sorry. Just trying to figure out how to... Why won't let me get into that reading? All right. So your person feels a little bit like they have to wait. They feel a little bit like there's something that has to be done first. It's just it's something that you have to release. It's something, they know that it's not about them. All right, they know there is something going on, and they just don't understand what and why. But they just know it's something. It's not really about them. So they're just taking a step back, and they're just choosing to wait. Now, for reconciliation would be this one, and I have Temperance card upright. All right. Temperance has a lot to do with patience, finding meaning in a situation, finding that middle path. It's really about, part emotions, part grounding. It's really about flowing. All right, it's really about flowing. And so what this is saying to us is, if you are expecting some form of a reconciliation, that's really going to be based on the fact of whether or not you can really tap in your intuition, really understand the answers that you need to flow through this, because right now your subconscious is what is creating havoc or the situation that has taken place. And so if that is the situation here, we have the advice. And the advice is showing me 7 of Cups. And the 7 of Cups has a lot to do with searching for that purpose. What is the purpose of this relationship? What kind of choices do you have? Because maybe there are other choices. Maybe while this person is holding themselves back, pulling themselves back because they know they have to take a step back, are there someone else that you have to resolve a contract with? Is there someone else that is here to serve you in some way for you to be able to resolve yourself? It's time for you to clear out some energy that needs to go. And this is what contracts are really about. So what that means is, so what that means is exactly that you know, someone is not coming along because you're supposed to be with somebody else. Somebody is coming along for you to clear this residue from a past life out. This is just some unfinished business. Just something that, just some residue that needs to be cleared out. And so the next step I have here, the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is covered by the time to heal emotional wounds. All right. So the Queen of Wands has a lot to do with determination, joyful, security, seductiveness in her divine energy. All right. And so this is saying, you know what? Nobody knew how to treat you in the past. Nobody knew how to love you in the past. And this is a time for you to go back and heal yourself. This is about subconscious needing to be healed. So it's time for you to look at, rewrite this story. So in past life, maybe I had these situations. Rewrite it so that you can work out that lesson yourself. You don't have to do it in a way to be painful. You can do it in a hypnotic way. You can do it in a seductive, you can have fun doing this. Actually, you can color on paper, you can go and do all sorts of different ways to find meaning in, see if I can get it through this way. Oh, that's not it either.
Hi everybody, welcome.
That's not it either. For some reason, pretty sure. Yeah, I must have not put it in any of those. Okay, sorry guys, I'm still trying to find a way to get into our chat. Alright, so going back to here, it is really important for you to understand that if this is the next step, is do something that's going to be fun. Do something that it will bring joy and give you that sense of knowing that you are resolving this, but in a positive way. Maybe you have to go and have a new friendship for a while, right? There's something here that you have to enjoy yourself while you are healing some damage from the past. So the lesson here has a lot to do with past life and people that you have been romantically involved with. I have here the Lovers and the Labyrinth, which is about past life regressions. And so, the Lovers represent soulmate unions. It represents people who you have known, maybe a soul family, a soulmate, maybe even a karmic, right? So this is something about you needing to understand this is a past life. This is something that you have to resolve from a past life. And until that's done, you basically are tied to the soul. Until you resolve it, you can't really move on. So the bottom of the deck, the overall energy of this reading is the Emperor. And the Emperor is also regarding the soulmate. So you have a soulmate that you have to deal with that is a lot to do with the authority of this energy. And the soulmate is your highest level soulmate. So for those who are in this connection of a tie and you feel very strongly that this is your person and you feel a little stuck and you can't really move on until you have it resolved, this may be why. This is because there is someone who is your highest level soulmate. It is looking like a divine masculine or some kind of authority from your highest level of ascension that you have to resolve some unfinished business from the past. And so until you're able to do that, this may be preventing you from moving forward, and this may be why your manifestations are struggling with getting anywhere in the meantime. All right? I might do a past life regression reading. I do past life regressions, and they're pretty in-depth and quite informative. But for those, I also do a form of karmic and past life readings too, so they're kind of cool. So I'm looking at some additional advice from the universe. And I have here the Ace of Swords upright. And the Ace of Swords represents a contract, and a contract most likely from a past life. And it's showing here overall energy is the Eight of Swords, which is about karmic ties where you can't see it, you have no control over it. It has a lot to do with the subconscious. And you've got the moon, which has a lot to do with your psyche, and it's about that part of you that is really hidden. And you've got judgment, and it's about past life that you have to redo. And for the moon and the judgment to be upside down, this is about you needing to resolve this past life psyche energy, and it's part of the process. So there is something that is happening for you to understand. When you get past this, you're coming out on the other end in an absolute wonderful way to start being able to manifest. Just hang in there. This is just some residue that needs to be cleaned up. And once you do this, you will be fine. It will be fine. Don't think that, oh, this is not how things can be. I can't have this and this, it can't happen. There is no such thing. This is really about you understanding it's just some unfinished business that you have to wrap up. And other than that, you will be fine. Let's see if I can get into my YouTube yet. I would appreciate it if I can. Just because I can't do free reads, if you guys can't be here. Let me see if it will let me get back in there. My chat's back! Hey! My chat's back! I'm in! Yay! Alright guys, I'm here. I was able to get in. I'm not signed in, but I can see what's going on, so that will work. Alright, so I can't respond to you, but that's alright. I got some of my girls who can. Alright, so hey guys, Cherry, Tej, you found me. Hey RK, how are you? Darren, hello Darren, I hope you're well. Alright, so I just did a reading here. And I hope you guys can all certainly give me any feedback or let me know in the comments. I'm not able to sign into my chat here, but for all of you, this was pretty intense. It was pretty cool. All right, so hey Darren, how are you? I am willing just to do a couple of readings. I'm going to only be on here for about a half an hour. And I was off for a couple of days because I was upgrading my system. I put in a whole new computer system. I fixed my streaming, everything. I got a couple of cameras. I'm all set up. I'm enjoying this a lot. All right, so I just did a collective reading for everybody who's watching. It was pretty informative. So any of you missed it, please go back to the start and watch that when we're done. And it had a lot to say, which was pretty interesting. I will do 3 reads today, and then I am needing to pop off. I have a couple of uploads I would like to do. All right, who wants the first read? I know it's a few of you here. Who wants to have a read by me? And we have a camera now to watch it here. You get to see the cards. Anybody willing to get a card reading? Do you want one, Darren? Cherry? RK? Tej? I'm only doing 3. I don't know. I have Darren. I have. Oh gosh, Darren. I will tell you. In the last read, it was talking about some. Yeah, you liking it? Liking it? Isn't it great? Yeah. Um. So I have new cameras, I have a new computer system, and my Wi-Fi was still acting up, so I got it hardwired in. I'm telling you, nothing's going to stop me. I'm going to make this work. And I'm really excited about it. I'm enjoying my new computer too. All right. Right? I've only been doing this live since for 2 months. I've been private for all those years, and it's just been 2 months. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Darren, if it means anything, it's talking about work at the the first two cards. So this is coming out to respect to your question. I'm always amazed at how things work out. All right. I like this camera. The lighting in here is so good. All right. Darren, it is showing overall energy for you is the King of Wands upside down. You don't feel like the big leader right now. You don't feel like you are overcoming a challenge that you're going through. You are looking at the big picture, and there's a lot of resistance coming from you. It has a lot to do with you taking the steps to initiate being the leader. And because right now, you should be the leader, but there is resistance. You don't feel like people are working beside you. You don't feel people are collaborating with you. You don't feel like you have the funds and the money coming to you. You don't feel the abundance coming to you. You don't feel that is all falling into place because things should be expanding and things should be growing, but you don't feel that you have the ability to start doing the action. Instead, you are open heart, you are loving, you are in control, you have been balancing yourself, and you've been tapping into your intuition, but it seems like there is nothing happening, and you want to know why. So it's saying here that there is something to do with your subconscious programming. I have here meditations, and it seems to have a lot to do with you're not really listening to your soul and what it needs you to say. There is a time for you to manifest. There is a lot to do with how you're manifesting, and you have some fears that is in control of your manifesting right now. You are going to have success if you start doing it properly. In fact, you will have it successful. You will have an invite very, very, very soon. But you have to work. You have a trapped little piece of trauma. It's just like a little bubble stuck in there. And all you have to understand is that little trapped little bubble that's stuck, it happens on one level of reality. It's going to show up in other levels of reality. And so in your love life, in your career, in your health, it's like it doesn't pick and choose where to be. It actually will manifest everywhere. And so this has a lot to do with your mood. When you're having a bad day, it can really make everything crappy. Well, this has a lot to do with the same thing. So this is something to do with how you are writing down your affirmations and what you are writing down. There is something to do with how you are writing it down. And so understand that there is a blockage here also in your third eye and how you see things appearing in your world. So how you express yourself has a lot to do with Kundalini energy. So sometimes some people may find it's just a little intense and it's not actually for them, but it's more about you. So it has a lot to do with you seeing that if you are a leader, you have to understand how to lead people and understand that what you do, people are not going to just come to you like that unless you are really strong in divine feminine power. And this is where it starts. Here it says, for the self, you are asking a question. You've got 7 of coins and you want to work hard. You want to be diligently focused. But there is something blocking you because it says set a time, sometime to feel your feelings. And it has a lot to do with your divine feminine, because your divine feminine is what is what's covering you. And so this has a lot to do with you understanding where you have to go. So this is what's coming through, all right? So years ago, before I moved here to BC, I lived in this place. And I lived in this place for 8 years. And when I was leaving the place that I was in, my sister went and said to me, listen, are you not, how are you not looking for a place? I would be crazy needing to have a place to move into. You're going to be moving at the end of the month. And I said, I've already decided the universe is going to assist me. It would be overwhelming. How do I choose where I want to go? So I made this energy that it was all going to happen and it would fall easily into my lap and I will know. And this is basically the list of what I need. A day later, I get a phone call from somebody in the States wanting to know if I wanted to come and see their place. And I said, how did you get my number? And he said, someone had told me you were looking for a place. And I said, okay. So I went to see them. I was really busy working. So I go and see them, and everything on my list was covered. It was not attractive to look at first. On the outside, it was a big house, and it was like, oh, I don't know. But everything I was looking for was there. And I stayed there for 8 years, and I was very happy there. But I wouldn't have had the opportunity because I would have been sidetracked by the bells and whistles of the beauty of what a condo would look like or whatever. But I needed to have that place of home for a while. I needed to grow and expand. I needed to have the experience of what it was like to not have those neighbors or whatever. It was just a different place. And there was people and places and things that had happened in that house, and there was a lot of history there. And this has something to do with what I'm trying to say, is that if you are just trying to go and put it out all over the place for a job, looking for one to pick, instead what you need to do is know that the job that is being chosen for you is easily coming to you without any hesitation. Just put it out there and just know it's coming easily. Just don't stress about it. That stress is a resistance, because I'm seeing here the situation is there is no money coming in. You've got 6 of coins upside down, no money coming in. And that is topped by, I got my cards upside down here. That is topped by subliminal meditations. So this has a lot to do with reprogramming your subconscious. You have a lack mindset. There is something programmed, and you know what? I just did a reading about this just before this. So that's why it's really important for you to go back and listen to that last reading, and you probably will hear what I'm talking about. Even though I'm talking about relationships, it's about something from a past life needing to be resolved. All right? And this is why the subconscious gets involved. So here it is, you want to work hard, your divine feminine navigation system has a lot to do with this involvement. And it's saying that your lack of money mindset has something to do with how your subconscious works. And so your challenge is the world. And the challenge of the world has a lot to do with you seeing that something needs to be completed. It needs to be done. And it needs to feel like a sense of completion. But you have avoided attachment that is covering this. So basically what this is saying, it's one of the top, one of the three main attachment styles that come from childhood, and it has something to do with avoidant attachment. It has a lot to do with a lack. And so there was a lack of money when you were a child at some point, or there was some profound so this is what I'm saying is there is something to do with you learned this relationship with money through your childhood. All right? So right now I'm not going to tell you what you should do. I'm just telling you what's going on. We don't have a result or the advice yet. So we'll talk about the question that you have when we're talking about advice. But right now, this is something coming from your childhood. All right? Now, when it comes to the situation, the partner, what's happening here with the counterpart, usually it has a lot to do with another person. I'm seeing here that somebody is, it's like renew, redo, review. And so something is coming back during the retrograde. All right. So there is something coming back. It's maybe you've done it before in a past life. Maybe it's something that you have done in the past, because there is something about something that you have done before or is coming around a second time. I'm seeing here regarding this reconciliation, I'm seeing that this time when you are not stressed out, when you're not taking on the responsibility, this will be a healthy relationship. So what does that mean? If it's talking about money, if it's talking about job, you know what? It's a healthy, happy job or sense of income when you're not stressed out. It has a lot to do with you associating. You have to work so hard for the money that if you are not enjoying the job, you're not like there's something programmed, and it's how you manifest. But your challenge is to go from avoidant attachment to a secure attachment, healthy attachment with money. All right. And so what I'm showing here is for the advice, and maybe this is where I can get tapped into it a little bit. So I'm here seeing for advice. You have the Chariot and you have Twin Flame. And so it means that you have an absolute perfect match coming up, and it's going to be perfect for you. An opportunity is coming for you that's actually, it's going to make, you're going to make a decision. And when you go in the direction of where you're making that decision, it's going to be perfect for you. I'm seeing your twin flame is with the Chariot. All right. So the Chariot has a lot to do with this decision. You making a decision and fast action towards it. All right. The next step has a lot to do with the Queen of Hearts. So when you can raise your vibration, when you can raise your consciousness, when you can be in a more, I hate to say positive, because that's not really what that means. Raising your vibration means to get out of the negative mindset which may be programmed from your childhood. And once you can go into a more of a sense of ease and calm and knowing things are flowing easier, you'll see that um, you'll see that how can I say this? You'll see that you won't be rejected, um, because that's what this is. There's something to do with rejection. There is something to do with this rejection is um, taking it more pleasantly, seeing if you can transmute the rejection, transmute that suffering, transmute. In fact, it's not about compassion here. It's about being more gracious with everything. Being more gracious with yourself. Your lesson here has a lot to do with mother wound and deception. So there were some contracts you have made, and it has a lot to do with the family that you were born in. And so this contract that you were born into has a lot to do with maybe some lies or some deception or the way you perceive things growing up. And so this is what this reading is telling me here. And so for you to balance the masculine, for you to be in that leadership role, for you to be able to have the action and being able to make that money that you wish to make, it is for you overall to balance that masculine energy with your divine feminine energy and see that reprogramming your subconscious will change your life in a big way. So, what I'm getting here overall is, so there is something here about narcissistic type of behavior that is no longer your responsibility. It's not somehow in your family dynamic there is something to do with narcissistic behavior, and it's not your responsibility, it's not your burden, and it's not your wound either. All right, this is a time for you to look at all the things that you have been doing, trying to recover, and try and look at all the things for you to appreciate. Look at all the ways that you have grown and have tried to do things on your own. But as long as you keep on trying to clean up this mess that you feel like that you're in, you'll see that some of this negative energy was never your own. It was never your own. You're doing a people pleasing. You're trying to find a way to be appreciated. Instead, what you have to do is start appreciating yourself, because nobody has to appreciate you. Everybody values you, everybody values me, everybody values everybody else, but there is something about you needing to be validated because of the fact you didn't have it in a childhood where the money didn't flow easily. There was like a restriction is there, and it's a psychological impact in how you're manifesting. And this is what it's saying. Yes, there is a potential happening real soon. But in order for that to potential happen, you just got to shift your mindset. And that will take a little work. And it's not that it's so hard, but for you it is really hard because it's a block. And I understand how hard it can be. I really do. And it's something that I actually... I'll show it to you. I actually did a video that I'm gonna do later on today that it would be perfect for you. Let me see. I didn't launch it because I had to get my system updated to do it. Can you see it? It says tap into wealth. Heal money blocks instantly for abundance manifestation. I'm doing 2 different recordings to help manifest money for those who have those blockages, usually from ancestral trauma. And this is what's coming up for you. It is not saying that you're broken. It's just telling you why you're having a challenge. Don't feel that you're doing something wrong. Just understand there has to be just something shifted, and then you'll be fine. Okay, I hope that helped you, Darren. All right. Leave a comment below if you resonated. Please like everybody. Tej and Sherry, I had to delete the last video that we were on. I seen you had liked it and everything, and I appreciate that so much, guys. But it somehow when I set it up, it went automatically into webcam instead of stream, and it wouldn't let me actually stream. So I wasn't about to do this and then upload it up, so I needed to redo it. Guys, are you still here with me? Does anybody else want a reading? Let me know. Yeah, well, you know, I can help. I can help you with that, Darren. It's taken a lot of work on my side. I had the same problem. Yeah. Alrighty, Cherry, you're next. Yes, you're next. What do you want, Cherry? Darren, like I said, when I do it and upload it, I'll send you a link. All right. Cherry. Well, Cherry had asked next. Yes, I understand. It is difficult. Believe me. I understand. I totally do. But it's just, and it takes a little patience, it takes a little time. But look, I'm going to tell you, I got through COVID. I had lost my job at the time, and there was so much I had worked hard for. And here, now I'm 57 years old, and I'm, living in a province that I've never was in before, and everything is starting to work out for me. Everything had to shift, and everything has been really shifting for me. So, all right. Cherry wants to know, when you and your person are meeting, have you met this person before? Because I'm not sure. Let me see if I can look into that for you. When do you see you and your person meeting? All right. All right. Definitely something's going on in the next cycle. Not the first cycle, but the next cycle. So I see something really beautiful happening for you. For sure next year. But I wanted to see what was going on with you. Can I ask you a question, Cherry? Do you have a specific person in your head that is your SP? Specific person? Because I'm getting here, this is what I'm going to tell you. This year is not going to be your best year, but I'm seeing here that you're making some plans, all right? I'm showing here you're making some plans, and there's something like the plans that you're making is not aligning with their plans, all right? And so I'm seeing here is that they are they are okay. You know the quality you want in somebody, because this is making sense, because what I'm seeing is you're out there, you're putting yourself out there, but you're not seeming to have somebody showing up to impress you in any way. Because when I see Two of Wands, the Two of Wands is like, yeah, you're not impressed. All right, it's just like and you've got the Knight of Swords upside down. You're not even interested in the ones who do want to entertain you, even like short term. Like, you're just not interested. And I'm seeing here that you feel very much that you don't deserve a relationship, because here I see a lot of resistance. I see resistance in your social. I see resistance that you don't even want to deal with conflict. So I don't know if you had some troubles with somebody at one point in your life, and it's causing you to be guarded, because I feel very much there is a guard here. And it shows right here, your overall energy is the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands has a lot to do with you have a very determined energy. Maybe you could be also, so so this is a spiritual thing. Like, this card usually associated with Lilith. And so where Lilith is on your chart has a lot to do with what is going on here for you. Lilith is a lot to do with hidden shame, or that something that you have to elevate inside of yourself. It was too much. Yeah. Um, so so Lilith here has a lot to do with your joy and feeling secure. And so if you had somebody who was, it just didn't go well, it's going to make you overly cautious, very guarded, shut down. You get what I'm saying? So here you are. It's showing here right now you are feeling overwhelmed and guarded, and if somebody does approach you, and even if a nice person approach you, it's going to be a lot for you. It's going to be a lot. And then it shows a month later, you're kind of looking at, oh, look what I've done, look what I've accomplished, look how far I've come. But it's some stuff there, but you are trying to work through your stuff. And then I see here that you kind of take your guard down a little bit. You kind of look deep inside and see it's kind of like a little bit of not conflict, but you kind of throw in the towel, is the way I'm going to say it. You kind of throw in the towel a little bit. And here you've got the Seven of Swords upside down, where it's like, okay, I'm ready to come clean. I'm ready to be done with illusions. I'm ready to clear this block. I'm ready to clear this block. And then you've got the Eight of Wands, where it says, and then all of a sudden everything shifts. Everything starts happening. And you are showing it's really hard for you. It just seems like it sets you off a little bit of anxiety going into this dating pool. It just seems like you start deciding to get yourself into it, and it's stressing you out. But what it is because everybody is not givers, you have to kind of just learn discernment. Who's a giver, who's a taker, right? And because obviously the person you had some troubles with, there was certain things that you felt you were deceived before. You don't really know how to be clear in not being deceived again. I'll do some clarification for this. So here you were showing, oh, happy, happy, happy. Everything is great. You're doing the inner work. Everything seems to be falling in great, perfect harmony. And you're not even having victim mentality bothering you. It's like a lot of releasing victim mentality. And I also see a little bit of 3 months later, though, you're noticing this person might be a little bit of a narcissistic. Maybe he was a love bomber and now he's starting to start pulling some of those cords. And all of a sudden you feel like, oh, here I go. I got to leave this again. So, like I said, the first year may not be so easy, and then the next year it looks really good. Now, does this mean this is what you have to deal with this year? No, what this is saying is this can happen quicker, or this can happen a lot longer. But what happens is this is how you're manifesting. This is how you're manifesting because you have your own heart shut down. You have your own sense of guards. You say, I don't trust because I got wounded. And because I got wounded, I'm not trusting anyone. I'm not. And guess what? The universe is not showing up with anybody that's worthy of you to even take some interest to, because when you think of them as a learning lesson, I got news for you. A learning lesson shows up when you have something you have to learn. And so if you're having somebody showing up as a learning lesson, then I would stop and say, okay, what do I have to learn? I wouldn't be guarded. I would be open and say, okay, what do I have to learn here? Give it to me. Instead, you're like, you're shut down. You're shutting down to the universe. No, again, you're not understanding what I'm saying. You know, what? Yes, my ex. My ex what? Like, if you are guarded and shut down, you're not treating it like, what do I have here to learn for this lesson? It's about you. It's not about the ex. It's not about the ex. It's not. It's about you. It's about how you live in your life. How you are being open to trust, to be able to explore, to expand. And if somebody shows up, instead of like, speak, what am I here to learn? Because if you think you haven't learned anything since the ex, what are you doing with your life? Most people sitting there watching TV every day, maybe not doing anything. But this is you needing to understand. If you want the universe to deliver something to you, you need to open up to the universe. Doesn't matter if you open up to anybody else, but you got to open up to the universe. Because if you're not open up to the universe, how are you going to manifest anything? All right? We had the other person who is here asking about money. This is what happens. We get guarded, we shut down, and you shut down the universe. Doesn't matter about the other people, but you start shutting down the universe, and now you're gonna realize you're gonna miss out. So here this is taking a long time to come around for you, because right now, as long as you're going to stay shut down, you're not going to get anywhere. All right? So let's see. Let's see what I got for you. How can we change this around for Cherry so that she can manifest her specific person, her specific person, she says. She calls him her specific person, meaning she feels the universe has chosen someone for her, yet she does not trust the universe to open up to receive her gift. Do you understand what I'm saying, Cherry? All right? Sorry I'm so harsh. Just saying it like it is. All right. So, Cherry, watch the very first video because it's like the same answer again. All right? Past life contracts. So, your ex was a contract. Done. It's done. You resolved it, and if you did it right, it won't happen again. That's all it is, right? Spiritual bypassing has a lot to do with how the energy of others makes you feel. Spiritual bypassing has a lot to do with a person who piggybacks on someone else's. It's about somebody piggybacking on someone else's energy. All right? I don't feel safe until you can prove to me that you can be safe. You see what I mean? Repressed emotions is projections that are stuck deep inside you, now ready to be healed. If you don't work on your energy, this is the repressed projections that we're talking about. So you got to start getting your energy back into you. You have to also understand what is going on that's being projected of you, so you suppress your energy, because they say next is about subconscious reprogram. What is hidden in the key to all of your manifestations? Ding, ding, ding. This is all talking about the same thing here. So you got some reprogramming to do regarding your subconscious about some repressed emotions, because you have a past life contract about retribution. God is all about love and joy, not suffering. And so retribution is when you feel like you're being punished or persecuted for making a mistake. You have to, you have to, my apologies doing that on television here. You have to be mindful of the laws. You have to try your best to be happy. Try your best to raise your vibration. But if you're having a shitty ass day because somebody went and made you feel miserable, then feel those emotions and darn, that person didn't make me feel good, but I don't understand how that person has the power to make me feel bad. I don't understand why I felt stuck because that person did this person, why is it These people have so much power over you. It's time for you to understand that you have to make up your mind what's going to work for you, and you need to use the laws, and you need to play with them yourself. And you know what? You're not being punished for making a mistake. There are bad people out there. But victim mentality is when we feel like we're being a victim in a situation. And when you look at the triangle, a victim needs to have a monster. And a victim and a monster looks for someone to save them. So, past life contract. There's a contract that needs to be cleared or reviewed. And the best way you're going to do it is do the mirror work. Trust in the divine. Release fears. Be mindful of the universal laws. All right. I don't think you're ready for a relationship yet. We'll give it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months. Or you can do a little bit of work and do it a lot quicker. No one is a victim. Nobody deserves to be in a negative relationship. What I need people to see is, why did you stay in that relationship? What attracted you to that relationship? What attracted you to that relationship? That's your question. Why did you feel compelled to be attracted to that relationship? What pulled you in? Why did you stay? Were you a hostage? Did you have any form of ability to make a choice to leave? Those are good questions. Because if you can't answer, if you can't answer those questions in a way, those are the things that you have to look at. Is because if you can see, oh, I can see where I was deceived there, I bet you would not have that wool pull over your eyes so quickly. And if you have the ability to see that, then you have nothing to fear, because you'll be able to see those wolves. You'll be able to see those nasty, bad people. You'll be able to really know who to stay with and who to go away from. Just because it makes it less and less available men around doesn't mean you should feel unsafe. You can still be open. And you can enjoy the fact that you're healing. And the right one is going to show up. And you'll be ready. Hey, Jackie, it's been a while. How are you? All right, I am going to do one more reading, and then I got to go because I got to go see a movie at the cinemas, if it's not too bad. One more reading, and then I'm off. All right, Cherry. All right, Cherry. I appreciate you too, so make sure everybody likes the video, shares the video, subscribes if you have not. And I want you all to help support my channel. Oh, by the way, all of you, each and every single one of you, I have I have a PDF booklet that is maybe showing, maybe not because I started this and then I had to go and do another one. But I have a new PDF. Oh, sorry, I'm having the sneezes. I have a new PDF booklet in 30 days after heartbreak or heartache, how to get yourself back in the game. All right. All right, so one more reading. Who gets the next reading? Who gets the next reading? You have to go and request. Because I might have to soon leave. But I'll be back on. I gotta go and upload those. I'm doing a video on the betrayal wound. I am also doing a video on the manifestation setback there. And I am also, so the betrayal wound and the manifestation ones, I'll be uploading those. All right, I'm going to make it really quick though, RK. All right, got to make it really quick. I got to head out and I'm really late already because I just looked at the time and I just thought, oh my gosh, I'm really late. Hey, Jessica. All right, so RK, I am seeing, I'm doing it really quickly, all right, I'm not going to go into it hot and heavy, but I am going to tell you, RK, this is what I'm getting. I don't know, we're going to go see a movie, but it might be, yeah, new camera setup, looking cool. Oh, I didn't switch this. I had the collective, and now I'm just doing mini readings here. But I'm just doing collective here. But so I'm supposed to be going to see a movie in a little bit. So I'm gonna go and do a reading or a little bit. And I know, Jessica, I promised I would look into your question there. Let's go back to RK. Okay, RK. So RK, self is telling me you've got the Knight of Wands upside down. All right, so it just seems like you got some fears. You got a lot of fears, and here under the pack, under the cards, you've got the King of Pentacles upside down. You know what? It seems like you don't feel worthy. You don't feel worthy. You don't feel like your dream man is coming. So this is what you're manifesting. You don't feel worthy. You don't feel like you can hold on to anybody. You don't feel like you can grow in a relationship, and you are looking for something that is a little bit of give and take, a little bit of harmony, and it's flowing, but it just seems like you just have to keep on hurting yourself, and you're being a little upset. And so you're showing here that you feel a little bit like your person's not showing up. And look at this. The situation is you feel unworthy. You feel unworthy. You have an unworthy wound. You have a wound here. All right. So your challenge right now is how to get started. You're like, I can't even get up to the top of the mountain. I don't even know how to start. All right. So you have to figure out how to get there. And I'll clarify a little bit. But your counterpart, you're going to manifest. All right? They're trying to manifest you. They are a great manifester. And so you have to believe that they are looking for you just as well as you are looking for them. All right? Your reconciliation, Absolutely. This is soulmate. Soulmate. Soulmate is destiny. There is nothing that is going to stop this. Advice. Advice is it's not the time to go back to something that you've already. There needs to be something changed. It's like Einstein relatively. Einstein's theory. You cannot. The definition of insanity is doing something over and over and over again and expecting a different result. Well, here you are. It's showing the advice. Stop trying to get a different result by doing the same thing. You have been taking on. You've been taking on certain burdens, and you have to learn what is your responsibility and what is theirs. And that means if you're over texting and if you are making plans with somebody and not waiting for their steps. So there needs to be, you stop doing other stuff, right? Like you need to take a step back and let people initiate too. I am showing the lesson is for you to understand that the lesson here is for you to understand that there is genuine people out there. There is that authenticness. You have to stop wearing the mask, all right? Because there seems to be something about you not being authentic sometimes. It's like you're trying to pretend to be something you're not. Your overall outcome here is your overall outcome right now is this is how you're manifesting because you feel a little defensive and you're a little guarded because it seems like relationships are not easy for you. All right, so here I'm showing you're too much in your head regarding the situation, all right? And so this is here what I said, you don't feel that this person is with there, and look, because you don't see it. You've got here the Eight of Swords. You don't see it. You have no control. I don't believe it. How can I believe it? I don't see them here. This is how you manifest. And so here, when we say the situation, you've got the moon with the Queen of Coins. So this is basically your psyche. You feel that you're not unworthy. I mean, you feel, I'm not worthy of it. I don't see like how, even if they do, they're going to go. So this has a lot to do with victim mindset. And this has something to do with your psychological way that you look at things, right? You can change the way you look at things. If you start looking at yourself as a prize, if you start going and really seeing yourself as a prize, it will shift everything. And so here, your challenge is that you don't even know how to start with the situation. Well, this is your challenge, is that you keep on wanting to go back to something of your past. That's why you don't know how to start. You keep on repeating the same thing over and over again. This person, this person is not only going to manifest you, this person's going to be balanced. This person is going to feel like you've known them over and over again. This is a renewal of love. I am seeing here that the person that there is a reconciliation, but you're not. I don't think you're gonna feel like taking right. This is my worry. Why should you be worried about something that hasn't happened yet? And this is the thing. You're like showing here, when you get this offering from the soulmate, you'd be like, oh, I don't know if I should take it. You're in your own way. Because here, when I'm saying for you, for the advice not to go back to doing the same thing over and over again, I also see here You're resisting. You want people that you can't have. You want people who don't want you, and when they want you, you don't want them. The next steps is not to be doing all the work or taking on all the responsibility, and understand that when you start going and understanding the laws or the lessons that's involved, you'll see that fates will change hands. Your lesson is to be authentic and understand that when you close one door, another door will open, and you have another contract that needs to be resolved. So don't believe that there is nobody for you. That person has been waiting and waiting and waiting for you just to click and let go of that attitude that you are so holding on to. This is something that you believe. And because right here it's showing that this new contract is ready to be entered into, you just got to believe. I am showing here that you are guarded, that you don't want to have any of the problems, and I am showing here again the Queen of Pentacles upside down. So this is all about you feeling worthy. The situation is influencing the outcome. How do you feel worthy? How can you fix that? If you don't love yourself, how do you expect somebody else to love you? If you don't desire yourself, how do you expect somebody to desire you? Because I'll tell you, the problem is not them. The problem is you. You need to figure out how to make yourself feel worthy for yourself. Alright guys, I get a date. So I'm going to the movies. I hope you all have a great time. I'll come back. I'll make some content. I'll upload it. And I hope you all have fun while I'm out taking a break for a little bit. And no, I don't think so. He's still around. No. I am going to the movies with a new friend. Alright, so I don't have a makeup on or anything, so I have to go and get myself a little ready and drink some water. So I hope you all have a great night. It was so nice for you guys to join me. So you love the camera, hey? Love this new camera? I like it too. So I will keep this set up, and this is what we'll do when I do my readings. So this way you get to see the cards, and this way for those who don't want to hear my part of the reading, and you can kind of figure it out or learn how to do tarot when I'm doing this. Prettied up. Because I do feel worthy. I'm going to tell you. I do feel great, because the fact is, I hated myself for so long. It was like I was in my 40s that I started learning to see myself through the lens of a camera. And when I looked at myself through the lens of a camera, it was like, who is that? Like I didn't even realize that I didn't recognize myself. So it's a weird kind of projection that you do on yourself. So it is important for all of us to understand that we are in this matrix. We do manifest. And I do have some content that I'll be uploading because it will help you. It will truly help you. And if you get a chance, if you can afford it, download my newest PDF, and that PDF should have loads of info in there to help you to get yourself back on track. Yes, Jackie, I will. And for all of you who have been asking about decks, Jessica had asked me, and what do I have? So Jackie got a download of the print of the one decks, and she got it shipped to a print place. And so Jessica, this would be that deck. This is the deck that she has printed, and this one is a very user-friendly one because I put all the symbols and the meanings of everything. This is a fire, for example. This is a fire sign, and then I even have, it's a masculine spiritual energy, action, adventure, fearlessness, dream man, willpower, determination, passion. So this is the overall energy of fire, and this is different hidden meanings. And then there's even the signs of each of the 3 different signs, like Sagittarius or Leo, and so it's basically putting the different energies in there. It's got the wands here, and then it's got the dream man on the horse. So it's pretty user friendly this way. These ones are the twin flame deck that I use. I designed these with my book Love in the 12th Dimension. And this is basically 40 days to manifest your soulmate or your twin flame. And that book is available on Amazon. And so each of these are basically designed based on that. So these are my 2 favorite decks that I use for my readings. This would be the Twin Flame 1. This one would be the Tarot. And then this is the Twin Flame 3. And so these ones are actually plastic, so I really like these. But these ones are designed so that you can also do certain types of readings. I also include with my layouts that you can do. This is called the Merkaba in the Tree of Life. And so these ones are the Twin Flame 3. This one is the Chakra deck. And the Chakra deck is designed with energies. These are all about energies. Really, really pretty. And I use these sometimes in my readings. Let me see. These are the universal, the laws of the universe. So these are 80 different laws of the universe and how to use the laws of the universe. Law of empowerment, embracing your personal. So these are just the laws of the universe. These ones. And let me see. These ones are the shadow decks. The shadow decks. So this one is a simple printer-friendly deck. I have another version of this deck that is a lot more colors involved, and that's only because when I print these off of my own printer, I do it in a way that it can be gentle on the print. And so these ones are on pearlized cardstock. And so I printed these on my own home computer. And so basically these are 80 cards with all of your different shadow deck. And let me see. Oh, and then I have these ones. I have many more. I got 14 different decks that I designed. So then I have one with the Gravoli numbers. And then I have these ones are Twin Flame deck. This is another Twin Flame deck. And also this one is negative into positive deck. It is what needs to be released, and then what needs to be infused. And another one in universal laws. Oh, and I have another one for healing traumas. And that would be this one, where it's frequencies of traumas that is embedded in our human design and how to resolve them. These are all, oh, sorry, I need to fix them. And so that's another deck. And so that's what I have here, but I do have more. I have another one with chakras, stones and crystals, and I have another one with astrology, and oh, and I have another one I'm going to actually print off later on today with who's your soulmate, and it helps me to do a little bit of detail assessment of what their features are, whether, they get a car, they get, a whole bunch of different features such as that, and it's really cool. I have another one with angel numbers, and so yeah, those are the different decks that I have. And I have another one with karma infused, so to heal karma. And I didn't, that's the one I want, and that's the one I want, please, as well. I have no idea which ones those were. I have to go back and watch the video. Sorry about that. Alright, so just putting back my cards in my little case. And alright, so for those, I set up a link for those who wish to get my ebook, and those are my cards for those who want to have access. I do have ability to download any of my decks. And if you don't see the download, I think the downloads are like $5 or less. So just let me know. But I'm going to go get ready and look for those uploads through the week. I'll try to upload one each day this week, and I'll work on them tonight. All right, everybody. I hope you have a great night.